Peace, everyone. This is Nikisha with Favorite Flow Restorative, where we are harmony, unleashed, mind, body, and soul. So we are here for another essential oils healing deck reading. So let's get into it. It's been a lot of changes since last week came on here. So let's see what comes up for us this week. I love when that happens. So I hope everyone has been enjoying their week. Ooh, I'm excited about this one. Yes. Okay, let me show you what we got. We got Cassia. And it reminds me of cinnamon. So, real quick. Yeah. This is cinnamon, y'all. So, it provides courage and strength. Okay? So, we're going to come back with more information about this. I'd like to look it up in the book really quick before we shut it all down. Okay, so Cassia, or Chinese cinnamon. Okay, it grows wild in some southeastern provinces in China. Okay. It has a spicy sweetness. And so it's just a variety of cinnamon. Okay, it's a powerful blood thinner. Oh, for those that are suffering with cardiovascular or circulatory system conditions. So those are matters of the heart. So to me, this says that we are definitely going to be working on the heart chakra. So when I come back, I'm definitely going to have some vibes for the heart. Okay. So Cassia essential oil is believed to bring courage and strength to people who are shy or timid, and to those who would rather hide from the world. Are they talking about me? Or their personal issues. That's a word. It also addresses fearfulness and insecurity while helping overcome feelings of worthlessness, decreasing uncertainty, and increasing boldness. Who needs some boldness in their life is me. Who needs some boldness in their life is me. Who needs some boldness in their life is me. Who needs some boldness in their life is me. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. I mean, I guess I could read the rest of this. So it's used for bacteria, bloating, blood sugar imbalances, diabetes, cold extremities, congestion, fungal infections, infections of the ear, nose, throat, and lungs, kidney infections, low libido, poor circulation, slow metabolism, upset stomach, viruses, and vomiting. But if you are taking blood thinning drugs, you want to avoid use. So if you happen to be on blood thinners, you do not want cassia oil because that would not be a good combination. So make sure you're making the best choices for yourself. So I'm going to come back and talk more about cassia oil. Okay? Okay. Peace, everyone. We are back. Let's get into it. I forgot to put the sound energy in for our last session, so let's do a little bit of chimes. That's so pretty. So again, we pulled Cassia, which I did find out is the same thing as cinnamon. It's it provides courage and strength. So this week we are going to need courage to move through. We're going to need strength to move through. It's been a lot of revelations given to us within the last week about, you know, what's going on, and maybe us finding out things that we didn't know right? So I tend to carry around like these cinnamon sticks. I also know that just intuitively, cinnamon as a whole is really great for protection. I'm not going to really call it cinnamon. I'm going to call it Cassia. Okay, so Cassia is a warm and spicy aroma. It's wonderful for like colder months. Like whenever you come into the fall, I always smell like the cinnamon infused, blended aromas in the air. It tends to create a sense of warmth and coziness, making it super beneficial during the colder months and times of emotional upheaval. So for anyone who is going through emotional upheaval, Cassia, cinnamon, friends. Okay. So as far as our physical health goes, Cassia has benefits to provide relief from respiratory conditions. So again, I was saying that before, I definitely want to take us out using the heart crystal bowl, because a lot of this, as I did the research, is about heart, right? I'm coming in all green, looking like a heart chakra, okay? Because it's about like that heart health. Like how many of us are running around with like physical elements of the heart, but it really is about energetic blockages or stagnation within the heart that we have yet to heal. So that's why we're here, right? So this could include coughs, colds, congestions. I've been experiencing some congestion, having to do some healing work on myself, you know, diabetes, if you're having gas or flatulence. I love saying that word. Muscle and stomach spasms. It also assists us with preventing nausea and vomiting, diarrhea, infections, loss of appetite, and it boosts the immune system. So around the fall and winter time is kind of when it gets that yucky, icky, everybody has a snotty nose type of energy or whatever. But Cassia, aka cinnamon, is fantastic for boosting that immune system. Also, I have an oil called Grandma's Love, and it knocks out everything. So I've been diffusing Grandma's Love. It's great to put on the body, especially in those places like the throat area, the chest area, areas where when if say you're coming down with something, you feel it in those specific areas, and so that's a wonderful place to put the Grandma's Love. Feel free to look at my store in the description, look at the link and look up Grandma's Love, and in the description I have like all of the oils that encompasses, but it's basically like camphor and, you know, all ginger, all the oils that we're just like, what, why are we, you know, all the old school like healing oils, right? So it helps the entire body run properly, and it maintains a healthy and functioning digestive system and even improves circulation. Some versions, just pay attention to the versions of Cassia that you get, because many are digestible. And so being able to kind of maybe just take a supplement in the morning is great. I'm really big on like capsules. I don't really usually just take oils and tinctures and stuff like that, but that's just my own preference. So you find what works for you. As far as spiritual health, it helps to release the energy of worthlessness. So in my own experience, like I have big energy, okay, if you can't tell. And it has been a road, because with that type of energy, people have the propensity to want to stick you in a specific category of unhealed distortions, or they want to dim your shine, or they want to create falsehoods about who you are because your energy is so big, and because they feel uncomfortable Human nature is that what we don't know, what we don't recognize, either we demonize it, we try to destroy it, or we just make it, we misunderstand it or whatever. So we just don't want it around, right? We'll do all types of things to energies like that, which is not cool, right? Who wants to be like everybody else? Not me. So it also helps to release the energy of feeling unimportant, suppression that keeps us separate from our higher self and our divine source. And so dimming yourselves to make others around you feel relevant isn't dope, because what it does is it creates a separation between you and yourself, you and your higher self, you and your creator, because your creator made you big. Like, if you're on this channel, you're big, because I'm not connected to anything small, right? So it's like, yeah, don't let them do it. And if it's your energy, stop it. And I'm talking to myself too. Like, just recognizing like, yo, we're going to have big energy this whole lifetime. So we're going to get used to it. And guess what else we're going to get used to? We're going to get used to like people being uncomfortable with it. That's what we're used to. Okay. And it's okay. Because at the end of the day, it can't do anything, because you are favored by the Most High. And that is the reason why you have big energy. That's what you came here for, to be big and energetic and spread love and spread peace. And just because other people have not been able to feel that in other situations does not make you fake. It does not make you phony. It does not make you any less than what you are. Okay? All right. Somebody needed to hear that. Okay? So, hey, I'm here for it. Let's do that together. Okay? Because we know what we came to Earth to do. Okay? Yeah. So Cassia symbolizes purity, dedication, devotion, and divine blessing. And it can be used to prepare sacred spaces, right? Because it creates an atmosphere. It's that cozy, warm feeling, an atmosphere that's conducive to meditation and spiritual connection. Okay. So as far as mental health goes, it's wonderful as an antidepressant. So this time of season tends to be like what we call the SADs, the seasonal affective disorders. I'm not really a big advocate of the DSM and all of the disorders and the names and everything like that. I don't consider myself a mental health like professional. Okay. But I am a mental health first aid trainer, if that makes any difference. But what I do know is I am somebody with a lived experience of depression, and I was on Lexapro and Xanax at the same time. Okay. Postpartum was not nice to me. Neither were the people around me. Okay. So I have some tools in my toolbox, and Cassia and cinnamon is wonderful. You'll hear me speak more so about like citrus types of essential oils to diffuse as an antidepressant, because those things are ultimate mood boosters. So for me, cinnamon would make me want to kind of just like, it would make me feel good, but I would want to cozy up and kind of, relax. What citrus does, what's different about it is it has the same benefits, but it allows you to get up and it boosts you to want to get up and do something. So I'm kind of like, I'm a generator, so I'm a get up and go type of person. And so for me, that's the difference or whatever. But again, it's about preference. All individuals are different or whatever. I'm just grateful to find out all this amazing, information about Cassia. So it's used to build courage and a sense of self-worth. It assists with emotional well-being, assisting with enhancing the mood like we talked about, promoting feelings of warmth and comfort, reducing stress and anxiety to ease nerves. And then because it's an immune booster, it gives your body a chance to function properly in the mental space. And it has a positive effect on moods, uplifting and encouraging feelings of love and connection and inner strength and resilience. Sometimes resilience introduces resistance, doesn't it? Because I was having a discussion with a Soul Tribe member of mine, and it's like, do I really want to be tenacious? Do I want to be named as resilient? Because we give that a badge of honor, but is that what we really want? Because it's like, that's whenever we undermine ourselves in thinking, oh my God, the struggle's real. Oh, life is difficult. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of us, like I've lived life thriving through chaos, thriving through conflict, thriving through difficulty, thinking that that was just how life was until I found out that that's not everybody's experience, and that it can actually be something different. And so on the other side, embracing ease, embracing peace, embracing the fact that, like, no, I don't really have to continue to question if I can just trust myself. I don't have to continue to be in, toxic relationships if I just trust my intuition. Like, that's the belief on at the end of the day. So I just wanted to talk about resilience really quick, because I think it gives the badge, it's like, I'm so resilient. But at the end of the day, honey, when there are, because people say that, you go through life, whatever, and you continue to have conflicts. And I am not opposed to that. I don't disagree with that. But walking around anticipating it is what I'm talking about. And that's the type of things that can have an impact on your mental, especially if you walked around here taking on other energies and taking on, other issues as your issues, and they weren't yours to begin with. And it was just you striving to keep things together around you that had nothing to do with you. And so that tends to be like what I'm experiencing in the moment or whatever. So again, take that with a grain of salt. But I don't think it's good for any of us just to be going around and anticipating chaos. I don't think that's good for anybody's mental. So anywho, so Cassia assists with the emotions of dependence. Dependence. So how do we get out of that? Out of that dependence? It's so Cassia, I keep on saying cinnamon. It's a close relative of cinnamon. It resonates with the energy of courage and empowerment and positivity. And it makes, which is why it makes it a powerful ally, especially when we're talking about our chakra systems. So let's talk about releasing blocked emotions. I'm going to give us a moment. I'm just going to play the chimes and maybe a sound bowl so that we can have just a moment just to check in with our body. So I invite you to do a body scan from the top of your head down to the soles of your feet as I'm doing this. And I want you to check in with the body, see where and if there's tension, pain. Is it trying to get your attention? Is it twitching? Is it itching? What's going on in your body? And just start from head to toe. Okay? 3, 2, 1. Okay, so coming back, let's go through the chakra systems and see what's going on. So root, that's your bottom half, I would say everything underneath the navel. So that's associated with the emotions of fear, insecurity, and survival concerns. So this is when we're just feeling like our foundation is unstable. It could be financial, it could be situational. It's anything that elicits fear. So I know we just had our last election this past week. I can't just go through this episode and not talk about this. And so it could have caused some fear, some insecurity, some survival concerns. And so your root may be feeling just a little bit imbalanced, and that's life, right? So with diluted cassia, or if you want to use cinnamon, being able to apply it to the soles of your feet and to your lower back. So that's where I normally feel it, is like in my lower back, but the soles of the feet, it's grounding energy. And this energy, we've been talking about grounding for the last 3 weeks. It's about being able to ground yourself, to help yourself feel more stable, to enhance your sense of security, and being able to reduce the fear-based patterns. Because what I know this to be true, it's not even a thought anymore. People make money from fear. From fear and failure. Fear and failure creates funding. It's a cash maker. Conflict energy creates funds. We make money from being in conflict with ourselves and with other people. Other people make money from that. It's crazy, but yeah, keep that in your pocket and look around. Okay, So the next part is the sacral chakra. So I would say that is kind of like the area, um, maybe surrounding your navel. It is associated with guilt in an imbalanced state. Guilt, shame, and suppressed creativity. So if you're not feeling as creative, maybe you feel a sense of shame or a sense of guilt. A way to move through that emotional pattern using essential oils, specifically Cassia, which is the cousin of cinnamon, is applying it to the lower abdomen. Okay, and its warmth promotes self confidence to help you to release the guilt and shame. And I invite you to use the forgiveness meditation that I have on the channel and do that as you're pairing it with this oil to be able to release the guilt and shame, because a lot of it comes from a lack of forgiveness for ourselves, for others too. But that's a self thing. That's coming back to you, because when we feel guilt and shame, it usually connects with our inner child, and something about that inner child felt some type of way, even if you, and because in some situations we feel guilt and shame and we don't have a reason to feel guilt and shame. Some of us do, but some of us don't. So either way, whether you feel like you're deserving of it or not, this is a way to be able to move through it. So, and it also allows your creative energies to flow free. So go ahead and create. Okay. Okay. The next part is your solar plexus. So that would be right below the breast. Okay. This is a space in an imbalanced space. It's low self-esteem, self-doubt, and feeling like you're lacking personal power. I think that's another thing that like this this realm loves to capitalize, is like your lack of personal power, because when you don't make a decision, it's still making a decision. And sometimes when you do make decisions, if it's fear-based, then you're still kind of giving your power a bit away. So in this moment, I invite you to take your energy back, take your power back from any person, place, thing, situation. And just say it out loud. Take it back. Have your hands out. Get it back. Put it back. Cleanse it. Cleanse it, because sometimes your energy come back to you with debris, so you want to cleanse it. So a way to move through this, the solar plexus, is to put the cassia or cinnamon oil around the stomach area, and it provides bold and empowering energy to help ignite that personal power, help to ignite that confidence, and release feelings of feeling powerless and doubtful of yourself, because that ain't a good look. And all of us have something to give to the world, right? Okay, the next part is the heart chakra, which is what I came in and I was just like, I know that this oil is specifically for the heart chakra. That's what I got on the heart colors. But it, in an imbalanced space, is about grief, loss, and resentment. So many, I was on a call the other night, and there was a heavy sense of grief. And just out of transparency, I, like maybe maybe 2 or 3 months ago, I made a playlist, and it was an affirmation playlist, and you can actually access it like in my channel or whatever. It's not like a private one. It's totally public, because I know that people need playlists to kind of, art is healing. Okay. So if you want to check that out, please do. But I was recognizing, like within the last week or two, that as I was playing it, some of them tracks were not affirming. Some of them tracks were grieving. They were grief tracks. So I also have another playlist called Moving Through Grief. So some of them songs that came on, I was like, okay, so this isn't affirming. This feels like a sense of grief that was affirming at the time. It did what it was supposed to at the time, because as I was needing to be affirmed, I needed my grief to be affirmed. So knowing the difference, especially when we're talking about releasing grief, releasing resentment, releasing and forgiving and being compassionate or whatever, that sometimes it does take going through the grief process to be able to get to the love. It does take going through the grief process to get to a place of, oh, this is unforgiveness. Sometimes we can't see that far because the grief is just so thick. The sense of loss is so thick. The resentment, the irritation, the frustration, the misunderstanding is so big that we can't even move through that. And so to that, I will that you give and honor yourself as much time as it takes to get through the grieving process. All I'll say about that is, if you can't help, don't harm. Let me say that again. If you can't help, at least don't harm. Because we got people out here that are hurt and they're harming. That's not helpful. Okay, so throat chakra, associated emotions, fear of speaking up, suppression, and judgment. Yeah. So I don't live in a blue state. Okay, let me just say that. And so for me to get up on this channel or whatever and do what I do in the community that I'm in, doing what I do, many people want me to shut up. They do. And I know they do. I can feel that energy. But guess what? No opinion gets to stop my show. My higher self, my creator has, they got the last say. Nobody on this earth that's a human walking around has a say over what it is that I have the potential to do or what I have a permission to do, especially whenever it comes to this and sharing with people. So as long as my intentions are clear and they're clean and they're ordained by the Most High, everything else. So judgment. It is what it is. If I wasn't doing it, it would be something else. I have gone through life long enough to know that you can do everything that people want you to do. You can say everything that people want to say, and they will still have an issue with you. So don't do it for anything outside of yourself and the Most High. Whatever it is that you guys are coming up with together, go for it. And yeah, the art of detachment, yo. If you're not going to help, don't harm. It's simple. I don't really like be cutting or like be looking at anybody outside of myself like that in order to recognize what's going on. I really don't. Like I don't care. To me my purpose is so big that I am just engulfed in my purpose. So people call that conceited or selfish or whatever, but like it is working. It works. It actually works. When you get everybody else out of your business and you stay out of everybody else's business, like it works. It works. So no, I don't have an issue with speaking up. But if it happens to be an issue and you're feeling suppressed and judged, Cassia or its cousin cinnamon, it introduces warmth and encouragement that may help to clear blockages related to self-expression and promoting honest communication, which is why I love these videos, because I get to be so honest and say whatever the hell I want to say about what I want to say it about. And I love it. It's a wonderful form. And I'm hoping that like it's not just for me, because I make these videos for myself. And I post it for others. But I make these for me because I need to get through my week, and I love essential oils, and I love I love everything that I do on this channel, right? So I make it for me, and so that's why I'm not like hungry for likes or subscribes or anything like that. Like that comes as you're doing the work, but like this is just what I need to do for me to get through this transit, and I'm happy about it because this is what I love to do. This is like the type of stuff that I would do whenever I was a kid. So when I get on here, it just lights up my inner child. So like, why would I not? Honest communication, authentic self, solar plexus chakra. So the next one is the third eye. So the associated imbalances is overthinking, confusion, and a lack of clarity. So for those areas, so when we think about the third eye, we're thinking about like, oh, I didn't mean to flip you off. We'll use a pointer finger. So they would be in between the eyebrows. And so what you'll do is you'll put the cassia or the cinnamon oil here around the brow area, okay? And the energy from the cassia oil will assist with releasing doubt and confusion and promoting clarity and intuition, okay? Oh my God, I made myself laugh so hard. Okay, the last one is the crown chakra. Okay, so associated imbalances is like feeling disconnected, feeling a lack of purpose, feeling lost. Like, what is the next step? And so, because I have found that I am living such a non-traditional life, like, yeah, sometimes you can feel like the feeling of being disconnected from the Most High has to be the saddest feeling ever. So I can understand. So let me just go on and get to the solution, because if you're feeling disconnected, like a lack of purpose and feeling lost, that is a terrible way to feel. So let's get you back on top of things, because we need you to be doing what you're supposed to do. Okay. So on the top of the head, you'll get a small amount and you'll apply, and it assists you in connecting with a sense of purpose and spiritual awareness, because everything happens in spiritual first before it manifests in the physical. Okay, so we need to get this together, right? So it's even whenever we're talking about like the mental implications, the mental health implications and benefits of Cassia. Like, once this is because this creates your reality. So that's why people be trying to get in your head and stuff like that, because if they can get in your head, they know that they can take you down, because really, this is the operating system. We want both of these to be the operating system. And so that's my intention, is that these spaces are like working together to create everything else about whatever this meat suit is doing. Okay? And then that helps you to ease the feelings of disconnection. Okay. So I have blends. I have a grounding courage blend. I have a self-compassion blend. I have an empowerment and confidence blend. I have a calming clarity blend, and a letting go blend, and an inner peace blend, and a joyful renewal blend. And so if you were interested in any of those blends, look at the description below. If you are interested in having me create a customized oil for you, please feel free to click on the link for a customized oil blends in my Shopify store, Favor Flow Aromatics, and I can definitely do that. I am just grateful for all the subscribers, all the likes, all those people who view and don't like. I appreciate you too, because I know that you're here, and everybody doesn't want to be known to be interested or watching. I don't know why it matters or whatever, but one day it won't. But I appreciate the views anyways. And I appreciate that there's something that I am putting off that is emitting something to come back. And so I just appreciate the attraction. I'm going to take us out with the heart sound bowl. And hopefully this was helpful. So again, thank you. We are harmonizing mind, body, and soul. All right.